Hey, welcome back to Digital Craft Lab 254. Last time we explored the best website builders, and today, as you asked for it, I'm going to show you how to build a WordPress website from scratch for free, no coding needed. All right. So what you are seeing on your screen is a WordPress dashboard. Others call it as the backend. So because this is where the editing, the design about your website is done. So I haven't shown you how to set up this WordPress because I have a similar video where I'll be showing you how to purchase a domain and a host. And from there, you'll be able to see how to set up your WordPress dashboard. I'll be using my personal website as an example for today because we'll be building my personal website together with you guys. So the first thing I'll be showing you is I'll be taking you through the dashboard. At least you get to understand some of the main features, the basic features that you need to know when you are building your WordPress website. So I'll begin the first one here, which is posts. So posts is a section where you manage all your blogs. You can create new posts. You can edit or delete existing ones. You can as well organize them using the categories and tags. This is actually ideal for regularly updating content like blogs, news, and the articles in your website. So the next feature that I'll talk about is media. So this is actually the library where you add your files, that is the images, the videos, and any other document that you want to use in your website. And the next feature is pages. So pages, unlike posts, pages are just static content like about us, contact us page, services page, and so on and so forth. And they don't frequently change as you compare to, so that you don't confuse with the post. This one don't frequently change because here you can create, you can edit and manage your site's core content pages. The next the next feature that I'm going to talk about is the comments. So this section allows you to manage user comments on your blog post. So whenever you whenever you create a post and publish, you will have visitors will have to leave their comments. So from this point is where you'll get the notifications of who have commented on your post. You can either approve, you can reply to it, you can delete the post, or you can also mark the comment as spam. So this feature actually helps you to keep your site's discussion moderated and in a civil way. The next feature that I'm going to touch on, this is very critical. This is the appearance. So this is where you control how your site looks like because you can choose and customize themes. I'll show you later on how to do that. So under this, you can change the layout. You can edit the menus. You can as well add widgets, the sidebar widgets that you always see on our website. You can also edit the footer and even add custom features for your further styling, whatever you will want to do with the website in the near future. The next also important feature is plugins. So this one, plugins actually just adds the features and the functionality to your website. So you can install a plugin from this section. You can as well activate. You can also deactivate a plugin. So plugins actually allows you to add anything from contact forms to SEO tools and e-commerce capabilities. The next feature that I want to talk about is the users part. So this is actually the users part generally is where you manage the people who have access to your website. You can add new users. You can assign roles as administrators, editors, authors, or even subscribers. So they can always control, you can always control what they can do on your website as well. The next feature I'm going to talk about is tools. So this is the section that provides additional functionalities like importing content between websites. Like for example, you want to manage personal data requests and running site health checks. It's particularly useful when you're migrating or backing up your site. The next tool that I'm going to talk about is the tools. So this section provides additional functionalities like importing, exporting, and actually importing and exporting content between the sites. And you can also manage personal data requests and running the site health checks as well. The next feature that I'm going to touch on is settings. This is a very critical feature as well, because this is where you configure your website's general settings. You can set your site title, you can set your site tagline, email address, and so on and so forth. So this section also allows you to manage settings for writing. You can also manage settings like discussions, media, and privacy. And now with the short brief introduction on WordPress website, so we'll definitely now start building our website. And as I initially told you, we'll use my personal profile, or rather my portfolio, to build a website. And that's what we are going to do straight away. So once we have understood what a WordPress dashboard looks like and its key features, the first thing that we are going to do when we want to build our website is to install a theme. What is a theme? Let me just highlight back to what I was describing about a theme. A theme is simply a collection of style sheets which determines the appearance and the layout of your WordPress website. What do this mean? This means that it controls the visual design of the site. That's inclusive of the colors, the font types, the page layouts, and other design elements. Themes will also allow you to change how your website looks without altering the core functionality or the content. So when it comes to theme, we do have thousands of themes you can use, you can choose from. But what distinguishes the themes is that we have the premium themes, and we have those themes that are readily available, that enables you to create unique websites that fit your brand, or rather your personal style that you like. So there we go. After you have understood the key features that we have on our WordPress dashboard, so the next thing that we are going to do is to install the key features to kick us off when we are going to build this website. So as you can remember, initially I told you that when you are building your website with using WordPress, so the key thing that you have to understand is which type of website are you building? Is it a personal portfolio website? Is it an e-commerce, or is it any other type of website that you might be thinking of? So for this case, we are going to build my personal website. That is a website that showcases what I do. So that is like a portfolio website. So the first thing that we have to do is to install an appropriate theme that aligns with the kind of website that I want to build. So the first thing that you have to do is to click here on themes. Themes is under appearance, and once you click on appearance, you'll come to themes, and you have to click on that. After clicking on themes, you'll find the usual feature themes under the themes. So as you can see, we have a limited number of themes at this point. It's like there are 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 themes already highlighted here. But we want to find the correct theme that aligns best with the kind of website that I'm going to build. So what do you do at this point when you have to access the rest of the themes is simply to click on this plus where we have to add other themes. So after clicking on plus, these are the kind of themes we have. We have thousands, as I told you, thousands and thousands of themes. You can never run out of themes. And we have premium themes. We have also free version themes. So when building a website, as I told you, and I keep insisting on this, you have to get the correct theme that aligns with the kind of website that you are going to build. So for this case, I'll choose Astra. Why? Because Astra is commonly used. It's a commonly used WordPress theme. It's a commonly used WordPress theme, and it's also good for a personal kind of website. So I'll come here. The reason why you are seeing Astra featured on my dashboard here is because I initially installed it, but at most cases you will never find it here. So what you'll have to do is to key in on the search themes tab, and you just write Astra, and there we go. It will come and show here. So what you have to do is you have to install it, or you can as well have a preview of it, but what I recommend at this point is just to install it, because you already know the kind of theme that you want to use. So after installing the theme, you'll also have to activate it. So our theme is activated, as you can see. It's activated because you can see here now we have the design, customize, and the widgets, meaning that our theme is active and it has been properly installed. Now that we have installed our favorite theme, that is Astra, the next thing is to install a plugin. So this plugin that we are about to install is very, very essential. It's called an Elementor. It is a page builder. So when you're using WordPress, you must install a page builder. We have several page builders, but the most commonly used is Elementor. So Elementor is simply a drag and drop page builder plugin for WordPress, and it allows you to create custom layouts and designs for your website. So this is where this is why we call this building a website as a codeless type of building a website, because you will not be required to write any code when we have Elementor page builder. So with Elementor you can build stunning pages using a visual editor, making it accessible to both beginners and also advanced users. Elementor has gained massive popularity because of its intuitive interface with the wide range of widgets and flexibility, which allows users to create highly customized websites with less effort. So whether you are designing a simple landing page or a complex multi-page website, Elementor makes the process easy and enjoyable. So the popular feature of Elementor is the drag and drop interface. So because Elementor allows you to create pages by just dragging and dropping elements. Is that not interesting? Yeah, it's interesting. So these drag and drop elements are called widgets, and you can arrange these elements in any way you like, making the design process visual and interactive. So another important feature with the Elementor is that as you design with Elementor, you can see the changes happening in real time. This is what you see as what you get. As you design, so another feature that is interesting with the Elementor is that as you design with Elementor, you can see the changes happening in real time. So it, being able to see the effect of your edits, eliminating the need for switching back and forth between the editor and the preview mode, that's what makes Elementor even more and more interesting. So another feature we have with the Elementor is that it has responsive design kind of controls. So like Elementor will make it easy to create mobile friendly websites. You can control how your website looks on desktop or tablet mode or even mobile devices by adjusting the layout and design for each screen size that you prefer. Another beautiful, wonderful feature of Elementor is that you can always get pre-designed templates. This is for people who want to build a website within the shortest time possible. So we have pre-designed templates that So another key feature of Elementor is that it has pre-designed templates, which is a very wonderful feature for people who want to build their websites at a very high speed, or you rather people want to save time when building a website. So what do I mean by pre-designed templates? So Elementor offers a wide range of pre-designed templates and blocks that you can import and use as a starting point. So these templates can be customized to fit your content, which generally, as I initially said, it's saving you time when you are building new pages. And that's what leads us to the key functionalities that we have under Elementor, which is the text blocks, the images, you have the buttons, you have the forms, you have your gallery inclusive of the videos, you have the sliders, and so on and so forth, and even the icons. So Elementor also offers a pop-up builder. So a pop-up builder is simply a feature which allows you to create and customize pop-ups. So you can design subscription forms, for instance, the emailing and any other form of subscription that you like. So it also enables the promotional banners and any other and So Elementor also has a very nice feature which is called Pop-up Builder. So Pop-up Builder is simply a feature that allows you to create and customize pop-ups. You can design subscription forms, promotional banners, and even more. And this is done actually with full control over how and when you want them to appear on your site. To some point, also, Elementor offers advanced design capabilities. So what I mean by advanced capabilities is like it provides features like the custom CSS animations and global typography settings, which enables the advanced users to further refine their design and make unique websites. So this brings us to the point where now I ask you or I ask any other user that or any So this brings me to the point of why. So this brings me to the point where now I ask, like, why do we use? Now this brings me to the point of where most of you will ask me, like, why use an Elementor? So the main reason why we are using Elementor is because there is no coding required at all. Elementor is ideal for users who have little to no knowledge of coding. That's why everything is becoming easy with the WordPress website builder and any other website builder that I mentioned before. Okay, and now that we have understood what Elementor is, its features, and what it does to our website, so we'll dive into what's also important, and that is installing the plugins. Plugins, because we have to install the Elementor to give us the functionality on the website. As I told you initially, plugins actually is just for functionalities. So before we proceed, we'll also have to understand, like, which kind of plugins do we need for our website. So for this case, this is a personal portfolio website, of course. So the kind of plugins we'll need, I've named the first one, of course, is Elementor. So another plugin that we'll need is WP Forms. So it's a WordPress forms. It actually gives, it's a form on the website that actually the users are able to send you feedback or whatever information they want to send to you. So we'll also need, of course, another plugin called Embed Plus for YouTube. So this actually is a functionality that allows me to embed my YouTube videos on the website. We, of course, need another plugin called Rank Math SEO, Yoast SEO, or any other SEO plugin that you know of. But for this case, we'll not need SEO at the beginning, because SEO comes later on, because the first thing we have to do is actually to build the website. So the main plugins that you'll need for now is Elementor, we'll need WP Forms, and we'll need also Embed Plus for YouTube. When we proceed, we'll later on realize which kind of other plugin that we'll need for that case. So let's go straight away to installing the plugin. So this is where when you come on the left side of here, you have to. All right, so let's install our plugins. So where and how do you install plugins? So initially I told you this is a WordPress dashboard. This is a WordPress dashboard, also known as the backend of your website. And to access all the features is right on the left side of the WordPress dashboard. So plugins is right here. And when you hover around plugin, you'll be able to see install plugins, add plugin, and plugin file editor. So you can have an option of clicking direct on plugins here, or you, after hovering around, you'll find these options. You can just come to add plugin. Install plugins means the plugins that are already installed in your on your WordPress website by default, because there are some default plugins that will be added to your website once you install the WordPress. So this is where the plugins are. As you can see on the dashboard, these are the plugins that are here, but of course you'll have to as well plugins. Remember plugins as well, we have the premium ones, and we have also the basic readily available plugins. So for this case, we'll be going with the readily available plugins. So the same thing we did on themes is the same thing we'll do here. We'll just come to this box, and you type in the kind of plugin that you are looking for. So for this point, we'll first go with Elementor. So we'll just write Elementor plugin. So automatically Elementor shows up when you search for it. So we'll always it's always recommended you go with this. So this Elementor plugin by Elementor. So this is the essential add-ons I was talking about initially, but for now, let's keep it aside. So let's start with this. So just come here and click on install. So your Elementor is installed, and as I told you, you can activate it. But for this case, I don't want to activate it right now because I'll show you a feature whereby you can activate all the plugins that as bulk, so that you don't have to keep on activating each plugin one by one. So the next plugin was WP Forms. WP Forms. At times, this contact form is also good, but let's go with this WP Forms. This one by Said Baki. So you can install it. No, it's already active, meaning it's already in our website. That's good. It came by default. We can also install this. Contact Form 7 is a good one. I've used it in a client's website, so it gives a good functionality as well. So you can just click on install. Another plugin was Embed YouTube. You can also search that Embed YouTube. Yeah, so we have embed for YouTube, gallery, live stream, and lazy loading with the whatever. We have a YouTube blog. So the one that I recommend is this one by Embed Plus. So we'll just come here and click on install now. So the essential plugins we have installed. So also I want to show you, maybe let's for this we can try SEO or no, Yoast SEO is already installed. When you see some of the plugins marked active, it means that they came by default onto our website. So there's no need to worry about that. When you see it active, it's already there in our website, but you can always deactivate it if you don't need it at that point. So now that you have installed these plugins, we have to come here again. You have to click on install plugins. So here we'll be able to see the plugins that are installed in our website. So like this one, Akismet Anti-Spam is already installed. This one came by default. We have installed Contact Form 7, of course. Elementor, we installed it. Embed Plus for YouTube, we've installed it. We have Google Analytics for WordPress. So this is actually a plugin that gives you the analytics about your website. Like we'll come when later on I'll show you how to set up the Google Analytics, because this actually gives insights about your website. Like for example, the website visitors, like who is visiting your website and they are from where. So actually, Google Analytics helps you form an opinion about your website visitors. But later on, we'll learn about that. The next one is Holy Dolly. So this one is also came as default. So we have Jetpack. We have also Optin Monster and Bluehost plugin. Of course, that's as a default. We have WordPress Forms. We have Yoast SEO, of course, also it came as a default. So the main important thing that I wanted you to see here is the fact that you are able to see the plugins that we installed. All of them came here. So the next thing that is very, very important that you should never forget, I also did it when installing our theme under appearance. So for this case also, you have to be very keen. And I want you to look at these words down below the plugin. Like we have the word activate, delete. So these are the key options that we have for this plugin. So for a plugin to be active, it means that we have to activate it. So the reason why I didn't activate on the installation page is because I wanted you to see a certain functionality that we have here. So you can activate your plugins in bulk. So you can click on activate. So we select the plugins that we want to activate, of course, contact form 7. We can activate that. Elementor, very, very important. We have to activate that. We have Embed Plus for YouTube. We have to activate that. But we'll learn later on how to use it. No worries. So these other plugins, we don't need them for now because they don't give us the functionalities for a beginner. We'll later on learn on as we progress. So you'll come down here, you click here, and click on activate and click on the word apply. Very nice, very nice. And as you can see, our plugins, we were able to activate our plugins. You can see contact 7 is activated, and all other plugins are activated. So whenever you want also to deactivate a plugin, the same rule applies. But if you want to do it individually as well, you can just click on deactivate. So we can also, because we have contact from 7, so we can deactivate these W forms because you don't need it. We already have contact from 7. So that is it. So the next thing is to set up each of the plugins that we have installed in our WordPress website. So guys, just a recap of what we studied on step 1 of our tutorial. We had a brief introduction into WordPress. We later on also learned about the features that we have on our WordPress dashboard. We later on learned about installing themes and a brief introduction into themes as well as Elementor. We later on also wrapped up with the plugins and their installations. So guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you on our part 2, where we'll be learning on how to customize our theme, how to add a logo and a header for our WordPress website. We also deep dive on how to integrate menus and so on and so forth. Maybe we'll also have to look at adding and creating pages for our WordPress website. See you then, guys.